This game is not suitable for children or those who are easily disturbed. Individuals suffering from anxiety or depression may not have a safe experience playing this game. For content warnings, please visit the warning site. By playing Doki Doki Literature Club, you agree that you are at least 13 years of age and you consent to your exposure of highly disturbing content. Okay. Happy music. Alright, I'm sure everything will be just fine. Hello, hello everybody. Welcome to Doki Doki Literature Club. Yeah, so this was the game I was talking about that's super cute and not at all terrifying that you guys have been asking me to play for a long time, since it came out, basically, and I was reluctant to do so because, as many of you know, I don't usually play horror games because I'm a big old scaredy-cat. But I thought maybe I'll give this a try. I've heard so many great things about it. A lot of you wanted me to play it, as I said before, and it is a visual novel, so I'm not going to be running away from a big scary monster that's trying to eat my face. So hopefully I can contain my terror a little bit. It's the hope. Anyway, as you saw in the beginning, there is a warning for horror and the like, so if you're someone who's easily disturbed, you might want to rethink your life choices in watching me play through this, and find something that is as wholesome as the screen is trying to make itself look to be. Because apparently it is not this cute. Anyway, I know some of you were wondering how I'm going to do this with... The music changed a bit there and that kind of freaked me out. How this is... I'm already getting a little worried. How I'm going to do this as roots. And the way I'm going to do it is... I've been careful not to spoil myself, but there is a best ending and a bad ending for this game. And in order to get the best ending, you have to spend time with the three girls here in the back. So you can play, they have roots. It plays like a traditional dating sim up to a certain point, and that's when things start to get weird. So I know what point that is, and as soon as that point happens, I will then call that a finished route, stop my Let's Play for right then, and then go and play the other game I'm going to play, and then I'll hop back in. And then once we've done all three, we'll just continue right on like a lamb to the slaughter and see what horrors the game actually has in store for us. So it'll be a little while till we get to the actual horror aspect of it, so hopefully... I mean, I heard that it's safe up till then, so I'm gonna trust the internet, who surprisingly has been very good about not spoiling this game, so kudos to the internet for that. Anyway, it's a game by Team Salvato. It's a cute dating sim, which is gonna turn into a horror at some point, but that is later. Let's start the game and date some girls for now, because that'll be fine. Blathered on long enough. Please enter your name. And I get to play a guy, which I haven't done that often, not since Max from Roommates, probably? I've done some like guy side stories in the dating sims I've played, but not an actual dedicated, you're a guy dating some girls, so this is kind of cool. So, what will my name be? I think, I've been thinking about this for the time when I would play a guy again and pick my own name. I'm gonna be Brosif. I was gonna add more to that, but you know what? It fits perfectly. That's all I can type. It was like it was meant to be. Alright, Brosif, it's your time to shine. Okay, guess we're gonna meet the first girl. Hey! I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. The settings are, not the text speed's kind of... Maybe I should slow it down a bit. See if that's better. It didn't actually seem to slow down all that much. Can I slow it down even more? You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. Okay. That works. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Aw, there she is.
I overslept again! But I caught you this time!
Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you.
You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Broseph.
Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Gross.
Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to.
Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute.
By the way, Broseph, have you decided on a club to join yet?
A club? Oh yeah, I think I forgot to explain that in the beginning. We join a literature club, hence the title Doki Doki Literature Club, and that's where we meet all these girls. I think it's a poetry club? I think. Might be wrong about that, but I think it's an actual poetry club. And we get somehow wrangled into this club with cute girls. Wow. A club? I told you already, I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either.
That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year.
Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did, in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me, when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime.
Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right?
Aw, what a good friend. Even though, like, I just want to play my video games and stuff, alright?
Don't make me keep worrying about you.
Alright, alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though.
Will you at least promise me you'll try a little?
Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that.
Yay!
Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl?
Because you like her.
More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. I'm sorry. The text speed is starting to bother me again. I think I'll just put it back up to fast and I'll deal with it. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs, and not the fun dancing kind. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Oh well.
Hello?
Sayori? Sayori must have come into the space room while I was classing out, yeah. Come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom.
I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed.
You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club.
Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know.
Know what?
Well, that you could come to my club.
There it is. Sayori.
Yeah?
There is no way I'm going to your club.
Meanie.
Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title Vice President. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club.
Come on, please.
Why do you care so much anyway?
Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything.
Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. I let out a long sigh. Oh, fine. I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay?
Yes, let's go!
Oh, Sayori. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. Better be a really good cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door.
Everyone, the new member is here!
I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Oh, hello. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you.
Seriously? You brought a boy? Alright, we met the girls, so it's gonna be Sayori first, girl 1 with the purple hair next, and then girl 2. Way to kill the atmosphere.
Yeah, and girl 3, who apparently doesn't have a root. So I guess I'll give her this voice. Ah, Broseph, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls.
What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it.
Sorry. Natsuki.
Ah, we met Natsuki, okay.
So she makes the cupcakes. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She is also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori.
You can just ignore her when she gets moody.
Oh, Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back toward the other girls.
Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club.
Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Ah. Well, it's nice to meet both of you.
And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right?
That's right. It's great to see you again, Broseph. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. I love her hair. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. Hence why I can't date her. So, having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica.
Come sit down, Broseph. We made room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited.
Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room, where Natsuki grabs the wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand.
Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Whoa!
Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats.
Awesome!
The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears.
So cute!
I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki.
Well, you know. Just hurry and take one.
Sayori grabs one first, then Monica. I follow.
It's delicious!
I knew she was gonna do that. Talk with her mouth full. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around on my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is dead silent. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki.
Why are you thanking me? It's not like
Haven't I heard this somewhere before?
Have I? Game? You alright there, game?
It's like... It's acting like I've played through already, but I haven't? Or have we talked to Natsuki before and he's remembering?
Made them for you or anything.
I thought you technically did. Sayori said...
Well, maybe. But not for, you, Baka.
Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Well, we found the tsundere anyway. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in the classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so... That's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream.
Monica really is a great leader.
Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events, like the festival, that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone?
Yeah!
We'll do our best.
You know it.
Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though, I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Broseph, what kinds of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Ooh. Manga. I muttered quietly. Oh, I wrote character because the manga broke me. I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Oh, fellow manga lover. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet.
Not much of a reader, I guess.
Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri?
Well, let's see.
Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger.
My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive.
Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. I can relate to that.
But, you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Like this one. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately.
You don't say. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock.
Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think, or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment.
Ugh, I hate horror.
Oh? Why is that?
Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki?
What? What gives you that idea?
You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called...
Don't say it out loud! And give it back!
Fine.
Your cupcakes, your poems. Everything you do is just as cute as you are.
Sayori sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. Oh no.
I'm not cute!
She's like, I am a strong woman. I'm not cute. Alright? Oh, Natsuki, it's okay to be cute. Natsuki, you write your own poems.
Eh? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care?
I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime?
No!
Natsuki averts her eyes.
You wouldn't like them.
Ah, not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities, and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart.
Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers.
I guess it's the same for Yuri.
Aw, I wanted to read everyone's poems.
We all sit in silence for a moment.
Okay. I have an idea, everyone.
Huh? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika.
Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it! Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Broseph?
Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on. There's still one problem.
Huh? What's that?
Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought.
Oh, I got all these sad-looking girls now.
All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes.
But...
I'm sorry, I thought...
Broseph.
You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls... Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up.
Yes! I'm so happy!
Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! You really did scare me for a moment.
If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club.
Thanks, I guess.
Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share.
Monika looks over at me once more.
Broseph, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself.
Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monika with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food.
Hey Broseph, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together?
Yes, that would be great, actually. That's right. Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well.
Yay!
With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and, of course, Monika. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright! I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight.
Oh my gosh, really? It's time to write a poem! Pick words you think your favorite club member will like.
something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Okay. It's so cute, but I think that might actually be a good point to stop the first episode. Alright, everything's really cutesy so far. I like all the characters. And looks like next time we're gonna play a little mini game and see who we spend time with. We're gonna be aiming to spend time with Sayori, so hopefully we can make that happen. I hope you guys are enjoying this so far, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Until then, see you later.